morning, friends. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're making pumpkin cinnamon rolls. I already made these because I had to test the recipe, and let me just say, I think they might be the best thing that I've ever made in my life, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, they're so good. Although it's not technically fall yet, I am ready for it. I think the first day that it rains here, I will probably cry just because I'm so excited, and it's been so disgusting and dry and hot and smoky and just ugh. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's fall and all the leaves outside are beautiful, and basically like I live not in LA. So that's what we're doing today by making these cinnamon rolls. It's a fairly simple recipe, but they're so tasty and they're so impressive. Like, when you pull these out of the oven, you're gonna freak out because of how insanely good they look. Like, you will never make the canned bang on the side of the counter cinnamon rolls ever again. I think they're Pillsbury, right? I mean, listen, they're good. Those are my childhood, but like, we're leveling up here. The first step in making these cinnamon rolls is to construct your dough. This is super easy and super simple, but it's gonna need to rest for an hour before you can do anything with it. So that is our number one step. Also, pull out all of the butter that you're gonna need, because all the butter in this recipe needs to be softened. We're gonna combine our all-purpose flour, salt, and sugar. I'm gonna be using a stand mixer today. You don't need to use a stand mixer if you wanna use just a bowl and some whisks and utensils. That's completely fine. If you like to bake and you don't have a kitchen scale, it's something I would definitely recommend. You can get them on Amazon for pretty cheap. I'll link this one down below. They are so helpful. It makes everything so easy because you don't have to measure everything out. You can just dump it into a bowl and pay attention to the weight. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'll have the weight and the measurements down below for you guys. I'm gonna whisk together the flour, salt, and sugar. Your 85 grams of softened butter. Softened butter's in our flour mixture, and I'm just gonna use a fork to break it up and mash it around. You can use your hands as well, but I don't wanna get my nails messed up. Next, you wanna bring your milk to a lukewarm temperature. You want it to be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to add in your 1 packet of instant yeast. To add it into our flour mixture. After you add in your milk and yeast mixture, you're going to add in your eggs and your pumpkin. Then you're gonna let your dough mix for 2 to 3 minutes until it comes together. Then dump your dough out onto a lightly floured work surface and knead for 30 seconds, and then place in a greased bowl and cover for 1 hour. While you're letting your dough rest, it is the perfect time to make your filling. So basically, you're just gonna put your brown sugar, your cinnamon, and your pumpkin pie spice in a bowl and just mix it all together. Once your dough has been resting for an hour, go ahead and take it out, place it on a floured work surface, and then you're going to roll it out into a large rectangle. And then you're going to take your super soft butter. Make sure it's super soft, because if it's slightly cold, this is not gonna work, and then you're just gonna tear your dough and you're gonna be really upset. So make sure your butter is super soft, and then you're gonna spread it all over your dough. sprinkle all of your cinnamon, sugar, pumpkin mixture all over the dough. Make sure to use all of your mixture. Go ahead and roll your dough into a nice long log. You're gonna trim the edges so you get a nice clean seam. And then go ahead and cut your cinnamon rolls. Every 2 inches, I would say, to cut one. If you want them to be a little smaller, you can make them smaller. If you want them to be a little bigger, you can make them bigger. But this should make about 12 cinnamon rolls. Once you've cut all your rolls, you're going to place them into a greased baking dish, and you want them to be touching. You also want the little tail end to be facing in, so all of them sort of bake into each other almost, and they don't come unrolled. Once you've got your buns in their little baking dish, you're going to cover them again for 30 to 45 minutes. You want them to be about 1.5 times their original size. After that 30 to 45 minutes has gone by, you're going to put them in a 375-degree oven for 20 to 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure I baked mine about 30 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. You want them to be golden brown on the top. And I'm gonna put the buns in. Here we go. I'll be here in the meantime. Now it's time for the icing. This is super easy. All you need is cream cheese, powdered sugar, maple syrup, and possibly a little bit of oat milk or whatever milk you're using to thin it out. All you need to do is whisk all of those ingredients together until you get a nice, beautiful, glossy cream cheese frosting.
They need to cool for 15 minutes.
Now all that's left to do is enjoy them. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see just the pure like deliciousness that is this cinnamon roll. The center is the best part of the cinnamon roll in my opinion. The bottom is all caramelized. Are you seeing this? Probably the best cinnamon roll I've ever had in my entire life. It's not too pumpkin-y, so if you're not like crazy about pumpkin, you should still try this. So that is all for this cinnamon roll video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you make these, which I hope you do, and you really should because they're just wow. Please send me photos on Instagram. I always love seeing your creations. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.